The investigation of this case in Flushing, Queens at the LaGuardia airport, the accident that happened more than possibly about 18 hours ago, we now know for sure that the NTSB is there at LaGuardia investigating this case. The plane we know was landing, an Air Canada plane was landing on the runway, and we hear the pilots calling out to air traffic control for the fire truck to stop or get out of the way or so forth. And basically within maybe 10 or 15 seconds, they had to make a decision. The decision was not made correctly and this collision happened. I will log a picture here for you guys to see, but I just want you guys to know that re-examining this case, we know that there's 3 parties involved here. You have your air traffic control, you have your pilots, and you have these 2 fire truck drivers that actually ended up colliding with the plane, de-wheeling the plane, and I believe, if I'm correct, that the belly of the plane, the front cockpit of the plane ended up going to the ground, as due to pictures that we've seen. Now, the 3 parties involved, one thing I do know for sure, that the pilots of this plane, they were 100% alert. If you're landing a plane, for sure, you are alert. You're paying attention. You're attentive to what you're doing there. You're not texting. You're not looking at anybody. You're not doing any of that stuff. You're landing a plane, for sure. You have your life and your passenger's life in your hands. There's no way that you're distracted. But questions in hand. The other 2 parties, I'm not for sure that they weren't distracted. We have now your air traffic controllers. Okay, there's questions involved. We have your fire truck drivers. I mean, everybody these days wants to be on their phone. Every 24 hours a day, they want to be on their phone. They have to send a message to their wife, their kids. Someone is calling them, the broker. Somebody's calling them, and they have to answer that text. You never know that those fire truck. I'm not accusing anyone of anything, but just going by the facts and human nature, that they may have been distracted, and maybe that slim distraction, those 10 seconds of distraction, could have been what may have been fatal here. Now, I don't want to speculate too much, but I just want to give some of the information that we do know, and that the NTSB is going to be investigating. Now, the other party involved, we have the air traffic controllers also. Of course, they're going to examine the cockpit voice recorder. They're going to be examining that. They did recover that. It seems to be in really good condition. So I'm thinking that they're going to be able to get some information about that. Now, here's the funny thing about this whole thing. Throughout this investigation, even the NTSB, the agents that were trying to get to LaGuardia, to New York, to LaGuardia Airport to examine and to start the examination, the investigation of this case, they were even slowed up by the TSA slowdown. The TSA slowdown. These particular investigators took extra hours not being able to get to the airport. So now we have more delays on delays. The airport was closed for a few hours. It reopened between 2 and 3 o'clock. As far as I know, flights start to move again. But even the investigation, these experts were slowed in getting to LaGuardia in order to start the investigation. So we know that they recovered the box, and that they took it to Washington, D.C. to examine further. The voice recording box is in good condition, and they will be able to get some data. And I think on further reports, further briefings, they will have some results for us tomorrow. But for sure, as a review here, we know the pilots landing this plane, you can hear them talking about it. You know that they were alert up to 10 to 15 seconds before the contact of the truck. they were telling the driver, they were actually speaking to the driver. Obviously, the fire truck drivers couldn't hear them, but the bottom line is that they were saying, you can hear them say, please get out of the way, please get out of the way. You could hear them. They were alert 100%. We don't know what the fire truck drivers were doing, and we don't know examining what the air traffic controllers were doing. Now, they also say another problem that occurs with this is that air traffic controllers, sometimes there are their voices and their recordings and their sayings. Maybe there's multiple people talking, and it seems like their voice can be crowded, meaning that there's many different voices at the same time talking, and it could have drowned out some important information that didn't get through to the truck drivers. It could have drowned out some important information that then maybe not got to the pilots. But again, there's nothing the pilots could have done but try to stop. I mean, they're going from 500, 600 miles per hour trying to slow down their plane. They need the room, they need the runway. So they need the space. And obviously the fire truck got in the way. So we know for sure. We'll hear more tomorrow, and maybe I'll get back on tomorrow and kind of bring this to somewhat of a summation. But we know for sure that those pilots, even though they're gone now, it was fatal. It was a fatal accident. They're deceased. We know for sure that they were attentive. We just can't say the same for the other two parties: the fire truck drivers, the two fire truck drivers, and the air traffic controllers. We don't know what their situation is, but we'll hear more tomorrow. Thank you for listening. Give us a follow, give us a subscribe here, and we'll come back on again.